It's no secret that improving the defensive line is a major priority for the Chiefs this offseason, and that process is already underway with the signing of Khyiris Tonga away from the Patriots. But with 9 picks in this year's draft, it's a good bet the Chiefs will try to land another defensive tackle or two. So let's talk through a few of the top prospects at defensive tackle in this year's class, beginning with Caleb Banks from Florida. And Banks has outstanding measurables for the position. He's 6'6", 327 pounds with long arms at 35 inches. He's also a great athlete who often flashed immense potential during his time in Gainesville, although a foot injury held him to only 3 games last year. There's some projection involved with Banks, but you can't teach his size, length, or athleticism, and with the right coaches, he could develop into a really solid player. Another one to know is Peter Woods from Clemson. Woods doesn't necessarily have the physical measurables that Banks does, but he makes up for it with his explosion, power, and quickness. He's a persistent rusher who can collapse the pocket with strong hands, and against the run, he often managed to hold his ground. There's a lot of potential there with Woods, and again, with the right coaches, he has the tools to grow into an impactful player against the run and the pass. Caden McDonald from Ohio State is also in this conversation. McDonald is at his best against the run. He engulfed opposing running games during his time with the Buckeyes, recording a run stop rate of 13.3% last year, which indicates the percentage of a player's run defense snaps in which he was responsible for the stop. And that was the highest figure among all interior linemen in the FBS last season, with at least 100 run defense snaps, according to Pro Football Focus. He amassed 9 tackles for loss and 3 sacks last year, and while he's still growing as a pass rusher, his run defense alone makes him a guy who could compete for significant snaps right away. And speaking of strong run defenders, Christian Miller from Georgia also falls in that category. Among players with at least 100 run defense snaps, Miller was PFF's second highest graded run defender last season, behind only McDonald. As a pass rusher, he's a great athlete with good size at 6'4", 321 pounds, who possesses a great first step and impressive quickness to go along with it. Just like the other guys we've talked about so far, I think he has great potential and a long runway to ascend. I'll wrap up with one more. How about Lee Hunter from Texas Tech, who checks in at 6'3", 318 pounds with a 6'9" wingspan. Hunter is a strong, powerful player who used his natural gifts to dominate against the run at Texas Tech last year, recording a run stop percentage of just under 12%. But he also flashed as a pass rusher, something he continued to display with a great Senior Bowl back in January. So those are just a few names to know at defensive tackle this year. I think all of those guys could be in play at either 29 or 40. We'll see if any of them move up the charts at all over the next several weeks, but if the Chiefs landed any of those guys, I'd be excited about the future of this interior defensive line.